India accounts for over 1/6 of the world population, which is about 137 crores out of 771 crores. It is projected to overcome China as the most populous country by around 2027. Expressing concern for population explosion, PM Narendra Modi in the Independence Day of 2019 underscored the need for social awareness.
हमारे यहाँ बेतहाशा जो जनसंख्या विस्फोट हो रहा है, ये जनसंख्या विस्फोट हमारे लिए, हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ी के लिए अनेक नए संकट पैदा करता है.
Is population a real problem or lack of facilities is the main problem? Let's understand the chapter People as a Resource. Population of a country can be its asset rather than liability. Like other resources, population is also a resource, that is human resource. It's an asset. Population becomes human capital when there is investment made in the form of education, training and medical care. In fact, human capital is the stock of skill and productive knowledge embodied in them. The addition of education, training and medical care is what makes a population a human capital. Human capital is superior to other resources like land and physical capital. Human resource can make use of land and capital. Land and capital cannot become useful on its own. Adding more education, health facilities, skill, etc. to the human resource is known as human capital formation. Investment in human capital via education and medical care can give high returns in the future. Countries like Japan have invested a lot in human resource. They do not have rich natural resources, but still they are called developed nations. Now let's talk about economic activities. Economic activities refer to those activities of man which are undertaken for a monetary gain or to satisfy his or her wants. The activities of workers, farmers, shopkeepers, manufacturers, doctors, lawyers, taxi drivers, etc. are examples of economic activities. Now let us come to primary sector. When we produce goods by exploiting natural resources, it is an activity of the primary sector. Example: agriculture, dairy farming, mining, plantation, etc. Primary sector produces natural goods. Secondary sector. When natural products are changed into other forms through manufacturing, it is also called industrial sector. Example: food processing, textile manufacturing, automobile manufacturing, furniture making, etc. Secondary sector produces manufactured goods. Tertiary sector. Activities that help in the development of the primary and secondary sectors. Since these activities generate services rather than goods, it is also called the service sector. For example, transportation, banking, marketing, information technology, etc. Tertiary sector helps to develop other sectors. On the basis of purpose, economic activities can be classified into market activities, the activities which are performed for profit by selling in the market. These include production of goods and services, including government service. And non-market activities, the activities which are performed for the production of self-consumption. These can be consumption and processing of primary product and own account product of fixed assets. Talking about the condition of women in India as a human resource, traditionally there is a division of labor between men and women. Women generally look after domestic affairs like cooking of food, washing of clothes, cleaning of utensils, housekeeping and looking after children, whereas men generally work in the field. Women are not paid for the service delivered in the family. Women are paid less than men for the same work they perform. Most women work with no job security. The quality of population depends upon the literacy rate, health of a person indicated by life expectancy, and skill formation acquired by people of the country. Role of education in building the quality of population. Education is the most important component of human resource development. It contributes towards the growth of society, enhances the national income, cultural richness, and increases efficiency of governance. In view of its contribution towards the growth of society, government expenditure on education as a percentage of GDP rose from 0.64% in 1951-52 to 3.98% in 2002-2003. However, our national goal is 6% of GDP. Literacy is uneven between males and females. Males are more literate. It also varies with urban and rural area. Urban population is more literate compared to rural. There were 7.68 lakh schools by 2004-05, but education is diluted by the quality of its schooling and high dropout rates. Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is a significant step towards providing elementary education to all children below the age of 14. Role of health in building the quality of population. Health is another very important component of human resource development. Efficiency of workers largely depend on their health. There has been considerable improvement in the country's health standard. For instance, the life expectancy at the time of birth in India rose from 37.2 years in 1951 to 63.9 years in 2001. Similarly, infant mortality rate has come down from 147 to 47 by 2010. Infant mortality rate is the death of child under 1 year of age. India has built up a vast health infrastructure, but still much more is needed to be done. Unemployment is said to exist when people who are willing to work at the prevailing wage rates cannot find jobs. When we talk of unemployed people, we refer to those in the age group of 15 to 59 years. Children below 15 years of age and the old people above 60 are not considered while counting the number of unemployed. The nature of unemployment differs in rural and urban areas. In the case of rural areas, there is seasonal and disguised unemployment. Urban areas have mostly educated unemployment. Seasonal unemployment occurs when people fail to get work during some months of the year, that is, during off-season. Farm laborers usually face this kind of problem. Disguised unemployment is another kind of unemployment found in the rural areas. Such kind of problem arises due to excessive pressure of population on agriculture. Disguised unemployment refers to a situation wherein the number of workers in a job is more than actually required to do the job. The extra number of workers are disguisedly unemployed. Consequences of unemployment. Unemployment leads to wastage of manpower resource. Unemployment tends to increase the economic overload, that is dependence of the unemployed on the working population. Unemployment may lead to increase in social unrest and tension. Increase in unemployment is an indicator of depressed economy. That was all in the chapter. Comment for encouragement and please subscribe the channel.